Alright, let's start. So, I was pretty much done for the day. I was not going to stream no more. Trying to build consistency, whatever. Came across this video, and I just felt like I needed to say something because I just feel like people are doing too much. Just a quick back, history when it comes to why I follow the Sanders. It's because I just always felt like Deion did do a good job when it came to just the way he presented himself as a man, as a family man, as a man who follows God, the way I feel he raised his children. From a celebrity standpoint, I always thought, I like it. I do. I like how he goes about his business. Is he good at marketing? He definitely is. And this is why the Sanders as a family gets the attention they get. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Certain people are just good at certain things in life, and he's good at marketing. However, to say that the press conference yesterday, it basically feels like a marketing ploy or some shit like that. We're going to watch this video, and you guys are going to see what I'm saying. Let's go, man.
Scheduled a press conference that was going to air at 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Beats me, man. I don't know how that works. Mountain Time? Who uses Mountain Time?
Deion Sanders, who put out a social media video of him talking in very, very breathy, like emotional, my life, it felt like his life was in jeopardy type of tone. And then we got the press conference. And the press conference is, he had cancer and it was removed and he's all right now. And I was just like,
this is the moment where I knew he was about to say some bullshit. And I knew the rest of this whole video, this segment, was about to be on some bullshit. This moment right here, before they even say what they're going to say, I was watching this shit like, these niggas is about to say some bullshit right now. But, all right, let's go.
Okay, I mean, look, cancer's not a joking matter. It's very serious. And as I said yesterday, I hope we're wrong. And it turns out we were wrong. Deion Sanders is going to be fine. And the show goes on as usual. He's going to be coaching everything.
Right, but, let's preface everything with yesterday was a really good press conference, right? We want to preface everything with that. That was a good news press.
Once again, the disclaimer for the bullshit that's about to happen. Let's put out a disclaimer because we finna say some bullshit. All right.
Conference,
yes,
right?
It was the news emerging from the press conference was good. And
do as much as you can because I know we're going to be decontextualized here in this segment.
Yes. We love that Deion Sanders is okay. That's what I said yesterday. That's what I say today. I'm happy about it.
Did you guys talk about him and Carucci in the hospital room together?
We did not because we did not have any of that information until.
Let me tell you something. They should have just continued down this road talking about Carucci and Deion and the gossip and everything. That would have been a better route to go than where they're about to go with this shit. I to everything I love, if they would have talked about some gossipy bullshit, that would have been 1,000 times better than the route they're about to go.
And when I saw that, I was like, huh.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
That was another thread.
That was another good news situation.
Good
Also
news.
Good news for
Good
Coach.
news with Deion Sanders.
Good kind of boy, Coach.
Apparently, Carucci.
I know who that is, but tell Billy.
That's who Deion Sanders is dating. It's Carucci.
You got it now, Billy?
Yeah, I'm all caught up.
Carucci
Thank
Tran.
you, Chris.
She's a singer and
Model?
actor and model.
Some people are
Actor
just
one.
famous.
She's famous.
She's famous.
She's pretty.
But she's talented.
She been in anything I've
Talented.
seen?
Maybe.
Probably.
IG?
I've seen IG.
Okay. There you go. She was at, what was that show? It was a TNT show with
Brazilian
Supernatural.
Isles.
the one with my homegirl.
Franklin and Beck.
Claws.
Claws. There you go.
What's clause?
Clause?
Yeah, Niecy.
Niecy Nash, yes. But there also there's crime happening.
Yeah, do certain
money
things,
laundering, something like press conference.
I feel bamboozled.
What felt like.
Okay, hold on. Let's bring it
But
back.
these are all kind of tangent conversations from.
Let's go.
It had a run. Yeah, I liked it. So, but these are all kind of tangent conversations from what felt like maybe an overplay the day before or right before the press conference.
I feel bamboozled a little bit. It felt like he was trying to set a scene and then undercut it.
Can we play?
What are you feeling bamboozled by? A public figure who's in the public space decides to do a press conference to let you guys who, by what, content you guys are putting out, let y'all know what's going on with him. And you feel bamboozled because you feel you're entitled to what? Like, this is what I'm not understanding. Like, he doesn't have to tell you shit. That's what I'm not understanding. Like, I know Coach Prime understands that he's a celebrity, and due to the fact of him being in the public eye, there's a level of privacy that he doesn't have. But the fact that you think you're being bamboozled is the funny part. You're not entitled to shit. He didn't have, but okay, continue though.
Play the video.
Hit it.
Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected results from.
It's a little weird. It's weird, man. It's weird, man.
Deion's the best, right?
It just.
It's a little weird.
You know what? If
What is weird? What is weird about him letting the public know that he was battling cancer? What is weird about that? Like, really, what is weird about that? But okay, continue. Okay.
if everything that had happened yesterday prior to the press conference, was just, hey, there's going to be a press conference, and then the press conference happens, I've been like, that's great news. I think the part that feels a little bit like
Was it the 24 hours where you thought that Deion Sanders was going to die?
It was just the
Because
social
he put
media
out a video that led you to believe he might be dying?
And then the press conference there will be a press conference at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which beats me what time that actually is. It's Deion Sanders and his medical team.
It sounds like you guys are upset that he made you eulogize him beforehand.
I knew this.
This guy Billy Gill, is the only guy on the platform who has some sense. Not only that, only guy low-key I kind of respect. The rest of you guys, I don't know why y'all guys have platforms. This is the world. The world we live in is very disturbing. From what I'm getting from this, my interpretation of what you guys are saying, you guys are mad that he made a press conference and he's not dying. You guys listen to. You guys are mad that he let the public know that he's been going through something. This is why you haven't seen him publicly in, whatever his obligations are, whether it's recruiting, whether it's being at Colorado to, welcome the new recruits and making sure, the practices are going well and that. So he makes a press conference to let everyone know. At one time, let me let everyone know at once what was going on. There's no confusion, and you guys are mad about that. So basically, it would have been better off if he made a press conference only if he was dying. But to make a press conference about the fact that he was battling cancer, still dealing with the after effects of him having the cancer removed, you guys are mad about that. Like, that is mind-blowing, for real. But okay. I'm gonna let y'all continue though.
What's gonna
happen? You guys feel bad that you.
I feel great that Deion
wasted a eulogy.
That was a great news press conference.
And I knew Billy would jump right in there
because Billy got sense.
I think the video suggests. I mean, it's not fair. I think the video suggests that people didn't know how to react when he's saying you can clap because everybody was over there expecting the worst. Why did they expect the worst?
Because he set it up
because
that way.
Deion Sanders made you expect the worst. Yeah. And like, it's a cliche. This could have been an email a little bit. It could have been a press release where you established that this was something that he was dealing with, and then people could prepare their questions and we can have a big triumphant press conference.
Yo, I hope other people who find this video, hopefully who have bigger platforms, torch these dudes, because these dudes are clowns. I've never, like, there's so much shit I see online and I just let it be, but this is by far in recent history a video I've seen of dudes that, like, let me think. Dudes that are legit clowns. Legit. I don't know how to really take in that what you guys are basically saying is him making a press conference about him being cured for cancer to the public at one time from him, his medical team, so no one can misconstrue anything. You guys are mad because you guys feel, I guess, it was unnecessary unless he was dying. Forget the message, yo, people need to really check up on, and do checkups at the doctors and all that. F all that. Y'all don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Just because it was a press conference and he's actually alive instead of being dead or dying, like, this shit is mind blowing. I'm not going to lie. This is the shit that people need to be pressed on, but of course nobody gonna press them. We just live in an age where people can say whatever they want to say, no consequences, nothing. Because this shit is wild. This shit is really wild. You get what I'm saying? It is wild. But I'm gonna let y'all continue and dig your own grave, for real.
For instance, in which it just led to a lot of confusion, and he's a brilliant marketing mind. And I don't know, it just missed me with turning this into a marketing opportunity. I guess he must have been really negative recruited on the road about his health.
Oh yeah, like, come on. The man is saying turn it into a marketing opportunity. So him having cancer, it being removed, him currently having to piss blood. Y'all feel like, I get we live in a time and an age where we feel like at times the majority of the celebrities we see are weird, right? That's like a thing that's been going on forever and a day. There's no real platform you guys will see that I really talk about it. I hear it. I might feel it from time to time, but this one doesn't feel like that. And for these guys to take this approach to that, yo, it's wild. It is definitely wild.
It was kind of known in college football circles that he was dealing with something serious, so maybe he took the opportunity to spin it into a triumphant win, but I don't really...
Spin it into a triumphant win because it was known. Bring that back, what you said just now?
Like a triumphant win, but I don't really know serious, so maybe he took the opportunity to spin it into a health. It was kind of known in college football circles that he was dealing with something serious, so maybe he took the opportunity to spin it into
Oh, my shit. My fault. I didn't realize I had to bring that back. So, let's see, bring this back on this shit.
That he was dealing with something serious, so maybe he took the opportunity to spin it health. It was kind of known in college football circles that he was dealing with something serious, so maybe he took the opportunity to spin it into a triumphant win, but
So because they knew in college, so because they knew in college circles that he was going through something, he spun it to make it seem like a triumphant win. Like, no doubt.
I don't really know the whole deal about setting people up to think that you were dealing with something that at that very moment that you may actually die. Like, I'm not making that assumption. I was worried about that video that we played yesterday because it would lead.
So, you guys seen the video. You guys assumed that he was possibly dying. But instead of him not dying, he's letting you guys know he's going to be okay, and you guys have an issue with it. Please tell me whenever this video goes out, I'm not the only person that think these niggas right here are top-notch clowns. No, real talk. I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. What? This is probably the third or fourth time I'm saying this. He did it so he could make sure there's no confusion on the message that is going to be out there. Especially since he has not been on the scene. A lot of people have been saying different things. Oh, he's leaving Colorado. Oh, he's not committed to Colorado. ... Whatever, going all over the place. So he did it so the message could be one time from him. No third parties, no secondhand, nothing. And you guys, somehow, some way, find a way to be mad at that. Like,
wild speculation.
Mike, can I give you my usual suspects moment? I sat back in my chair. I saw it at the press conference, and I was like, wow. And then I started looking at the proverbial bulletin board in front of me. And on that bulletin board was the video that you're talking about, the social media video where he's very emotional and he's talking about, man, like I had to make my will and all that. And I remembered one thing from that video. It was very faint. It was in the background. Most people didn't pick up on it. This man to my left did. It's like, he says there's a very serious thing, and then someone in the background laughs. And Zaz said, apparently not for that person. And that was like a funny little throwaway, right? And at the time I thought, well, it's clearly in the background. It's a different room. People are having a different conversation. But if Deion Sanders was dying from cancer, I don't know if we're making jokes in the other room even about anything else. We're not talking about the latest episode of Always Sunny.
That was a dead giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway. He's all right.
He's got a show, right? Coach Prime.
Yeah.
I need it my fault. I'm gonna bring that shit back, cause why not? I gotta see what I'm seeing. My fault.
Most people didn't pick up on it. This man to my left did. It's like, he says there's a very serious thing, and then someone in the background laughs. And Zaz said, apparently not for that person. And that was like a funny little throwaway, right? And at the time I thought, well, it's clearly in the background. It's a different room. People are having a different conversation. But if Deion Sanders was dying from cancer, I don't know if we're making jokes in the other room even about anything else. We're not talking about the latest episode of Always Sunny.
That was a dead giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway. He's all right.
He's got a show, right? Coach Prime
Yes.
has a show, so he's obviously documenting a bunch of stuff, and maybe that was something that they documented from that moment. I doubt it was something that he recorded 2 days ago. Otherwise, that would kind of be a little sinister in terms of like letting people think that you were dying, just to ta-da, psych,
yeah,
I'm okay. But I thought that the reaction,
nah. If I was a Sanders, and I ain't saying that, I'm just saying if people who were close to Deion, whether it's celebrities, football players, sports, whoever, you got to pull up on these niggas. Real talk, you got to pull up on these niggas. I ain't gonna say it don't got to be on some violent shit, but you got to pull up on these niggas. Because these niggas is tripping. Ta-da, psych, what? The man had cancer. Yo. Nah, these dudes need to get pressed. Real talk. I ain't gonna even hold you. Ta-da, psych. What? Nah, yeah. Yo, niggas take celebrities, and just because you're a celebrity, you signed up for this. So, the shots people take, it is what it is. But, nah, this shit is wild. Nah. Y'all not, nah.
Otherwise, I would kind of be a little documented from that moment. I doubt it was something that he recorded 2 days ago. Otherwise, I would kind of be a little sinister in terms of like letting people think that you were dying, just to ta-da, psych, I'm okay. But I thought that the reaction that he got kind of explained where everybody's heads were at, which was just like, okay, you're all right. It just takes a second to process. The media, as far as I know, we're the only people kind of taking this angle with it. The media.
You know why you niggas are the only ones taking this angle? Because it's, I ain't gonna say the R word, because it is a very special take that no one in their right mind would take, right? Unless you're just on a different level of wanting just to have content's sake. Like, y'all literally, because what y'all literally are saying is, why did Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, have a press conference just to say that he is not dying from cancer? Y'all find that to be a problem. And this is why y'all taking this stance, and it's wild. Instead of talking about like, hey man, this figure who has been around for the last, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years or whatever, is letting people know that clearly he's human. Things happen, right? And he's been dealing with something. And because he's a public figure who shows everything else about his life, good, bad, indifferent, that this is part of that. On top of all the different shit that people say about him because he hasn't been around in the public eye. And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to tell you Negro shit. But to keep true to himself, he did. Instead of being like, oh, word, he was dealing with cancer. Damn, that's crazy, man. I'm happy that he's okay. I'm happy that he's doing better. We'll see what happens moving forward with Colorado. If y'all want to talk about his kids, if y'all want to talk about his relationship, cool. We're going to see what happens. Y'all said, nah, we're not going to do that. We want to know why the hell you made a press conference if you're not dying. You hear that? Why did you make a press conference if you're not dying? That's basically what you guys are saying. And you guys have a platform. And the black dude used to be on ESPN. This is who they fucking hire at these places. This is what I'm talking about. This shit is crazy to me. This shit isn't, all right, whatever. Hopefully I'm not the only one that feels this way. This shit is, all right, man, whatever. Let's continue. Let's fucking continue, because I want everyone to feel how I'm feeling as I was watching this shit. Like, what?
Had to be responsible and overjoyed that Deion Sanders is okay. I don't
think we're the only people taking that angle. I think maybe we're the only people willing to say.
Yes. It was kind of odd. It was a marketing move for a marketing genius, one of the best marketers in the history of the world.
Again, great news.
A marketing move. Like, nah, y'all gonna have to, come on. We're gonna have to come together like Voltron or something to torch these dudes as a collective. A marketing move. I'm using the fact that I possibly could have died from cancer as a marketing move. Yeah, I know. We live in a society that everybody has become cynical or whatever it might be. Don't trust anything that anyone does. Don't trust the government. Don't trust. I get it. I do. But y'all doing too much. A marketing move? Yo, alright. Dang. This shit is tough. To be a celebrity in today's society is tough. Like, you can't even let people know that you survived something that usually takes out most people. And of course, because he has the resources, but at the same time, still, sometimes you don't catch it. He said he didn't have no signs. So who knows if they would have caught it late, what would have happened? But they didn't. And so now he's good, and he's letting you guys, it's for you guys, the guys in the sports media who have a tendency just to, take things out of context and use clickbait headlines to get it. It's you guys who he did it for, and still you guys are not satisfied. Shit is wild. But all right.
News press conference.
Yeah.
Right? Love it.
Yeah,
love the news.
I didn't know exactly how to react to it initially just because he confused me.
The question is, when he was cured, like a week or two ago, was there like a conversation he had with his people of, let's put this out that sounds real dramatic to tease the press conference, and then the next day I'll show up in a cowboy hat and say I'm fine?
Well, Chris,
I keep forgetting to bring it back. But hopefully you guys heard it. But I'm going to bring it back for y'all. Because this shit is wild.
Before we answer that,
when he was cured, like
the world.
Again, great news press conference.
Yeah.
Right?
Love it.
Yeah, I
love the news.
I didn't know exactly how to react to it initially just because he confused me.
The question is, when he was cured, like a week or two ago, was there like a
when he was cured, you hear this guy?
Conversation he had with his people of, let's put this out that sounds real dramatic to
when he was cured, let's put this out to tease it. Let it sound dramatic. Yo. Man. Let's put it out and let it sound dramatic, as if he's rolling out some type of movie or something like this is this man's life, and y'all making it seem like he thought like, yo, you know what? I could use this as a marketing scheme and get everybody on my side. So then it could be where everything I've been doing, because I'm going through something, but everything I've been doing, they'll just forgive me because, the way, I put it out, I gave them a teaser and then I hit them with a cliffhanger. And then, like, what is you talking about? What are y'all talking about for real? Like, this shit is like, this is the first time in a long time I've seen something and thought to myself, like, wow, we literally got crazy people out here. Like, it is people really don't believe anything. This shit is so layered to this topic, but it is what it is, man. There's no consequences for people's actions no more. So they could do and say this shit, and it's gonna go out there, and people are gonna argue about it. Look, I'm fired up about it, and I, for the most part, don't really be saying much about shit. But this shit is just too much. But let's finish this together, guys. Let's finish this shit together.
Tease the press conference, and then the next day I'll show up in a cowboy hat and say I'm fine. Let's put this out that sounds weird. Like a week or two ago, was there like a conversation he had with his people of, let's put this out that sounds real dramatic to tease the press conference, and then the next day I'll show up in a cowboy hat and say I'm fine?
Well, Chris, before we answer, that's a great question, but everyone here has expressed how happy they are. Billy,
how is that a great question,
you are.
Guy?
No, it's good.
Billy, I haven't heard how happy. It's a great question, but everyone here has expressed.
Open a cowboy hat and say I'm fine.
Well, Chris, before we answer, that's a great question.
How is that a great question? What makes that a great question? What makes that a great question? Like, I'm trying to understand.
But everyone here has expressed how happy they are. Billy, I haven't heard how happy you are.
No, it's good.
You're happy about this?
It doesn't sound like you're happy.
No, you guys sound upset that you look kind of like you eulogized him for no reason yesterday. Like, you guys are bummed that...
Man,
like,
Billy. I don't know who you are, but I hope bigger and better things for you in the future. I really hope whatever your goals and aspirations are, they come to fruition. Because you seem like the only one on that motherfucking set that has any fucking sense. I don't know what the rest of these motherfuckers is talking about. But all right, cool.
He didn't come out and say he was dying.
We're just
is
reacting.
That is like coming out, whether that's what you guys intend or not. It sounds like bummed that like he didn't come out and say he was dying. Eulogize him for no reason.
Doesn't sound like you're happy.
No, you guys sound upset that you look kind of like you eulogize him for no reason yesterday. Like you guys are bummed that like he didn't come out and say he was dying.
We're just
the tone that is like coming out, whether that's what you guys intend or not. It sounds like that's what your reaction was to the press conference. Like, man, he made me think that he was dying, and now I feel stupid. Like, what a waste of a press conference. Yeah, honestly, my takeaway from the press conference is
yo, that dude, Billy Gill, I think is his name. Yo, he needs to leave that show. Like, for real. He needs to find a way to go somewhere else, do something else with bigger and better things, because he's the only one. Not only has common sense, clearly has empathy, clearly has a sense of like, you know, you niggas sound nuts. Like, you guys are mad that the man did not come out and say he was dying. So basically, yo, he wasted our time to watch this 40-minute press conference about him about to live. So instead of you guys being happy about that this man is not dying, you guys, the next day come on your podcast or whatever the fuck it is to say you guys are mad that he's not dying. I hope whenever this is played to whoever, you know, whether it's this version that you guys hear me speak or you guys go watch the original video, that you guys feel the same way, that this shit is nuts. Billy, I'm gonna pull it back for you one more time, man, because you definitely was cooking with this one.
He made me think that he was dying, and that is like
Billy.
coming out, whether that's what you guys intend or not. It sounds like yesterday, like you guys are bummed that that you look kind of like you eulogize.
But you are.
No, it's good.
You're happy about this?
It doesn't sound like you're happy.
No, you guys sound upset that you look kind of like you eulogize him for no reason yesterday. Like you guys are bummed that like he didn't come out and say he was dying.
We're just
the tone that is like coming out, whether that's what you guys intend or not. It sounds like that's what your reaction was to the press conference. Like, man, he made me think that he was dying, and now I feel stupid. Like, what a waste of a press conference. Yeah, honestly, my takeaway from the press conference is he can pull off overalls. He can pull off some overalls.
If we're being perfectly honest, because we didn't know what to expect with the press conference, the whole thing had kind of an ominous tone going in. Once Deion walks into that room with all the media sitting there in a cowboy hat and overalls, before he even sits down, you gotta be like, oh, this dude's healthy.
Yeah, like that's not.
this dude is all.
Yeah, he's okay.
This is gonna be okay.
Let's be perfectly clear. Another weird part of that press conference is he's still like very much recovering from this. His life is going to be deeply impacted. He said, "I'll keep it real with you. I can't pee the way that I did before."
Respectfully, guy in the yellow shirt, there's nothing weird about the press conference. Nothing at all. Nothing weird at all. You keep saying that shit. I don't know why. There's nothing weird about it, but
And no, I think you're totally on the wrong side when you say I'm disappointed that he's not dying. No, I'm disappointed that I didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay for
but that's the same.
You're disappointed that you didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay? Okay. All right.
Thing like
it's not pointed that I didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay for
but that's the same thing. Like,
I'm disappointed that he's not dying. No, I'm disappointed that I didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay for
but that's
You're disappointed that you didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay. that really feels like you're literally saying, I don't think you understand. You feel entitled to the right to know if a man who has learned that he had cancer, removed the cancer, going through all this stuff, but because he didn't tell you that he was going to be okay and decided that he wanted to tell you and the rest of the world at the same time that he's okay, you feel away. I hope you know that's what you're saying right now. But okay, and whoever else, the rest of you guys except for Billy. Billy's the only one who, but the rest of you dudes, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. But all right, no doubt.
Same thing. Like
no, it's not. No, it's not.
But maybe he didn't know though. Maybe he didn't know, and then he found out after. He's like, all right, I'm good.
He had bladder cancer.
No, it's not. But maybe he was going to be okay for it.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like,
no, it's not. He didn't know he was going to be okay when he knew he was going to be okay for it.
Yeah, but that's the same thing. Like,
no, it's not. No, it's not.
But maybe he didn't know though. Maybe he didn't know, and then he found out after. He's like, all right, I'm good.
He had bladder cancer. He had to have his bladder removed. They put in a new bladder. Like, he's still not good. Like, he's not out of the woods.
Precisely. I mean, all these things should have been addressed on the front end so people could have
right? That's the craziest part of this whole thing. Even though he got his bladder removed and hopefully he's good for the next 20, 30 years, whatever, right? Live a good life. He's still really never out of the woods, right? When these things happen, especially certain things happen to your body, you never know what's going to happen. And so for him to come out and be like, he's good, he's cured, he going back to Colorado. He going to be coaching. He going to have a porta potty on the side, but he going to get busy and he going to do what he going to. He's glad that he doesn't really have to coach his son no more because he doesn't have to worry about being a dad. He just could, focus on the team. He thinks this is a better team. All these different things that he feels. Somehow y'all like, nah, we don't care about none of those things or whatever it might be. We don't. You get what I'm saying? Why didn't you tell us that you were going to be okay? Like, why did you make a press conference about being okay instead of you making a press conference about you dying if that was the case? Because he's happy. He's happy that he knows that he removed the cancer and feels like he's about to have a long life, to continue, I don't know, man. This shit. All right, let's continue, man. I don't even know where I'm at with this. This shit is just
questions.
But he's not family of ours. Like, let him release his medical information. How
facts.
I hear you. He is well within his rights. He's well within his rights to make it into a marketing opportunity and make it a spectacle however he wants. And I am well within my rights to be totally confused this into a marketing opportunity.
Shit, this is the disrespectful shit. This dude in the yellow is real. How's this shit a spectacle? Okay, cool. Let's go with y'all route. He could have released it on some shit on X or whatever it might be. Hey, I was battling cancer, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Good money. He released it through an email. The email then gets posted on X, on his social media. He could have went that route. But we know him for when everything's good is happening and some bad stuff, but when everything good is happening, he shows up. He vlogs it or whatever. Deion Sanders Jr. vlogs it. They do what they do. For the most part, it's to either bring awareness, to make show strength, show other people that they're not alone. All these different things that come from him showing, him being the figure that he is, to come out there and let them know, like, yo, I was battling cancer. I'm not battling it no more, and you guys are not alone. Make sure you guys do what y'all got to do to make sure y'all getting checked out. All this good stuff that he feels that comes from him having a press conference, but somehow, some way, you guys turned it into, yo, he's just this spectacle and this marketing thing and whatever. Like, you guys are wild for this. You guys are legit wild for this one right here. Y'all wanted attention. I hope this gets you guys the attention you guys wanted. Like, this shit right here should go viral. But
and make it a spectacle however he wants, and I am well within my rights to be totally confused by it.
How does he pee?
He says he can't pee the way that he used to. What? That there was talk that like he may need a porta potty on the sideline. Like, I mean, this is his bladder.
Are we talking about like frequency? Or are we talking about the actual mechanic of how the pee exits his body?
He's got a brand new bladder. I imagine there's a whole bunch of new challenges
how do
that
they
come
connect
with
that stuff.
It's all plug and play, baby.
It's all bolts.
Plug in. Like you unplug this one, you get it's like a hard drive.
Put that one in there.
Smack it right in there.
On this side, okay.
Slap him one.
It's all ball bearings.
By the way, Billy, I want to object to something you
I
said.
know.
We didn't eulogize him yesterday. We didn't talk about eulogizing. We would talk about his life and how great he was and all this stuff. We just talked about like this is a really weird scenario, and that's all we said.
What is weird about this? Stop saying that. There's nothing weird about this. The man had cancer. He felt like if he was going to let everyone know about him being cured for cancer, he might as well do a press conference, let everybody know at one time from him, his medical team, so there's no misinterpretation from nobody. It came from the horse's mouth. There's nothing weird about that. Because he didn't send it in an email and it didn't get posted to any social media platforms, that y'all felt that Deion Sanders does not do that. We've seen him for the last 30 years. That's not how he does things. So, y'all wild for this one. Y'all wild for this one. All right. Y'all wild for this one.
I mean, yesterday we were making it seem like he was going to die.
We just talked about, like, this is a really weird scenario. And that's all we said.
No.
We just talked about, like, this is a really weird scenario. And that's all we said.
No, I mean, yesterday we were making it seem like he was going to die, which is what, based on the video, like, it was a conclusion that could be drawn.
Yeah,
we were speculating based on the information
that he put out there.
Yeah, we were speculating based on the information that he had been providing.
And he made it seem.
Yeah, I mean, he could have. Yeah,
I wasn't guessing that.
Yeah,
before.
he made it seem that way.
And
we were reacting in kind.
He did have to make a will. Like, he did have cancer.
Yes, but not the day that he posted that video, which was it just led to a confusing experience for people that were deeply concerned for Deion Sanders and wondering what this was all about.
Being mad that you took a video or you interpreted a video the wrong way, and being mad at the person that has cancer or dealing with an illness is clown behavior on the highest level. Like, this shit, yo. Alright, man.
How dare he? How dare he do this to us?
How dare he be healthy?
See? I told you.
Absurd.
It's just not thoughtful for people like us.
You know what? I don't want cooler heads to prevail on this one. Hot heads, join me. Join me in denouncing Deion Sanders.
I mean, it's irrefutable. He knows how to get people talking. It's like this is something that other coaches have dealt with in the past, and they go about it a different way. And Coach Prime's going to handle it the way that Coach Prime handles it. I think people can be confused by it, but
so other coaches dealt with this, and they handled it a different way, and Coach Prime handled this way. And so you guys feel a way about it, so you guys had a whole segment about it. I really hope you guys get the attention y'all want. I really do. I really do hope you guys get the attention y'all want in the worst way possible. I really do. But okay.
Ultimately, he's healthy. He's getting a lot of attention to the cause. I'm sure good work will be done from this.
Like,
and
then
attention
to
the cause. I'm sure
this is the shit I'm talking about. Then you're trying to minimize what might come from it, where people might, be like, you know what, this man who I've been following for how many years went through this, I went through this, or I know a family member that went through it, or I think somebody might be going through something, whatever. So, let me contact my close ones, or let me check up on people, or let me tell people, like, you might tell your close friends, like, yo, check this out, man. I know a lot of us ain't really going to the doctors like that. We might need to start, being proactive and stuff, instead of, it being too late, and then you trying to catch up. So you're going to really about like this next part. You're going to minimize what good could come out from him doing a press conference of him beating cancer. It's crazy. Like, I hope you guys get the attention y'all want. I really do. I really do. This is the first time I want you guys to get the attention y'all want.
Good work will be done from this, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like, okay, we can disagree with how he went about it. We can feel like, oh, you kind of played us, Coach Prime, but he gets the last laugh, and hopefully he gets to be healthy.
The thing that's weird about this situation, right? If you're like, well,
it's kind of like, okay, we can disagree with how he went about it. We can feel like, oh, you kind of played us, Coach Prime, but
you feel like Coach Prime played you. That's what you feel. You feel like Coach Prime played you. How? How did he play you? He gave you guys a video, whatever it might be. I don't even know what video you're talking about. But whatever video it was, you interpreted it a certain way. And now you're mad at him that when the press conference happens, he lets you know he beat cancer instead of saying, I'm dying. All right, no doubt, man. I've been saying this shit throughout this whole fucking thing because it's just, it sounds crazy. Like,
he gets to be healthy.
The thing that's weird about this situation, right? If you're like, well,
we can feel like, oh, you kind of played us, Coach Prime, but he gets the last laugh, and hopefully he gets to be healthy.
The thing
about it, we can feel like, oh, you kind of played us, Coach Prime, but he gets the last laugh, and hopefully he gets to.
Yo, what's this dude in the yellow? I got to get your name. Fam, he gets the last laugh about what?
We can disagree with how he went about it. We can feel like, oh, you kind of played us, Coach Prime, but he gets the last laugh, and hopefully he gets to be healthy.
The thing that's weird about this situation, right? If you're like, well, he wanted to, like, you know, publicize this, make it a PR thing or whatever. I don't know the intentions of putting out the video and then having a press conference and announcing, I'm okay, I'm going to be good, I'm still coaching. Like that's weird. That is weird. But
that's all we're saying.
No, but like what I'm saying is if you believe that all of this was like just a PR play,
then let me down, Billy.
To me, it's kind of weird. That is weird. The video and then having a press conference situation, right? If you're like, well, he wanted to, like, you know, publicize this, make it a PR thing or whatever. I don't know the intentions of putting out the video and then having a press conference and announcing, I'm okay, I'm going to be good, I'm still coaching. Like that's weird.
Damn, Billy, kind of let me down, but it's all right. I'm gonna let you live.
That is weird. But
that's all we're saying.
No, but like what I'm saying is if you believe that all of this was like just a PR play, then to me it's kind of weird that we didn't know any of this was going on the front end, and you weren't part of like this journey. Like, hey, I was diagnosed with this, I'm battling this, like, come behind me, let's support this, let's fight this together. I would think that he was actually very scared with the situation, which is why he wasn't kind of talking about it publicly. And now once that he's, you know, seems to be on the mend, seems to be in the clear, because even with cancer, like, you can say we eliminated cancer, but you have to do like screenings every year, every couple years, and there's years before you're like declared actually out of the woods, because it could have spread to some other part of the body, right? You could have a successful surgery and then you can have cancer reappear years later. Like, that happens all the time. So for him to not kind of include people on the front end, I would think is an indication like he was actually scared and thought this could be it. Like, this is why I did a will. I thought I was dying.
Oh, it was very clear that he was scared about it, and people can I certainly understand wanting to go through that in private. I did talk to some people that cover college football, and I had some questions about why this was. There's plenty of reasons to keep it secret. Some of them could be personal. Some of them could also be professional. I mean, as crude as it sounds, this is largely a game of talent acquisition, and there were a lot of coaches that were kind of seizing on what was going on with his health.
So you think he may have done this for that purpose?
I think that's probably the main purpose, right?
I think that, yes, from some of my conversations, I think he spun this the way that he did because it was kind of like a triumph and like bucking back at some of the other coaches that were maybe negative recruiting against Colorado a little bit. All this, the way that this all went down did lead to speculation, people still trying to understand his motivations behind it.
In that case, I denounce these other coaches who are talking about this man while he fought cancer. How dare you, you animals?
I think also, like, this is not important at all when dealing with his health, but, like, this is also a big win for the people who are like, yeah, Deion doesn't actually care about Colorado. He's just going to bounce as soon as, like, his guys are out of there. Like, he's gone, because this was a perfectly reasonable reason to just say, down. I'm kind of done with this situation.
Kids aren't there anymore.
Yeah, kids aren't there anymore. I rebuilt this program. Like, I did what I said I was going to do. Like, I need to focus on my health now. Almost like an Urban Meyer in a sense, right? Where it's like, I'm going to kind of step away now. I'm going to rebuild my health. And then, like, I'll be back in a couple years, maybe, if I'm feeling up to it or not. But, like, he has gone through this. He's recruited. He's done all the media days, and he says he's going to coach this year.
Yeah, which is why I think he kind of took this angle. The only thing that I don't really quite get and am confused by was that 24 hours there where he led people to believe his life was in grave danger between the time he released that video and the press conference. And it led to a really strange reaction to what is very clearly overwhelmingly good news for Deion Sanders.
You can clap. It's okay.
Yo. I'm going to end it on this. I'm glad Coach Prime is who he is, which is, I guess, a man of God, seems to be a man of peace, because this segment right here was wild on so many levels, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to give it any real attention, because clearly this is what they want. But I hope they do get the attention that they're asking for. Even if you thought or felt the video that he put out made you believe that he was dying, and then he came out with a press conference and said he was cured from cancer, right? Bladder cancer, which, the life expectancy of that is 5 years, right? And so he's able to remove that. Instead of y'all being like, oh, okay, cool, and then being like, all right, he's going to be alive, and that's a good thing, and he fought cancer, and instead of it being more of being, I guess, happy for him, as just basically being happy for him, you guys made a whole segment on the shit was weird. I can't believe he made a press conference about him going to be, he's actually going to live. He's not going to die. Like, the nerve of him for doing a press conference on that, right? The nerve of him trying to bring awareness or trying to help people who probably are not, paying attention to it, or probably, living the rat race. So they're not taking their health as serious right now. So this might be a moment that has them think like, you know what? Let me go get checked out. I haven't gone to the doctor in a couple of years or whatever it might be. The nerve of him for bringing awareness to that. The nerve of him for letting people know they're not alone. There's a lot of people going through it. And let's keep in mind, of course, there's people every day going through certain illnesses, going through cancer, but obviously he's a public figure. Obviously he has a platform, a bigger platform than most people. So, he's bringing a spotlight to something that probably, certain people is really not really paying attention to as much, right? And so you guys made a whole segment about why did he make us feel like he was dying when he knew he was actually cured from cancer. Yo, man, I've been saying it through this whole video. I hope you guys get the attention you guys wanted. I hope you guys get it. I do. I really do. I hope y'all get it all. I hope y'all do. I'm going to leave it on that. I just felt like I needed to say something because Probably one of the wildest things I've heard in a long time, but, whatever.